Hello Aries, welcome to your December 2025 check-in. If you follow my channel, if you've been following your videos, your readings throughout the year, you'll know that I didn't upload anything for you this month. This is the one and only video for December, squeaked in at the end. So doing something a little special as an apology to you all. Archangels are being represented over here with some random decor their energies chose. So our Archangel Metatron symbol paired with two archangels that are coming in with musical instruments. So this is celebration, appreciation, big announcement. So we'll see what that connects with for you. And they're going to talk about 2026. I've asked them to kind of look ahead. They don't share the same kind of calendar as us, so we're going to do seasonal. So spring, summer, fall, winter for 2026. Over here, we have your spiritual entourage, your animal spirit guides, your guardian angels, and your soul coming together, and they're going to select some charms. I'll just drop them in this dish, and then we'll get cards, and then we'll see how they want to associate their charms with the cards. This is more of the 2025 check-in, kind of year in review, what they want to connect with you on before we transition into 2026. I timestamp below, so if you do want to just skip ahead into the messages, please feel free. Otherwise, we'll hang out and get the cards, the charms, and initial impressions that I'll get from your energies or from your spiritual gathering and entourage here for the December year-end festive season. Okay, Aries, so we're going to start with 2026 with our archangels. We'll get like a kind of like a main topic, I guess I can say, and then we'll see how that kind of plays through the 4 seasons for you. Now, I do hear music playing with you guys. I mean, I know I talked about the instruments in the intro, but you're the first sign where I'm actually hearing the music playing. So I feel like a big announcement. Usually I don't hear the trumpets or the sort of angelic singing unless it's a big announcement, similar to what, if you follow Christmas carols, you know, hark the herald angels sing, kind of that energy coming through here. So they are very excited for you, Aries. You must have done something big in 2025. They're celebrating you here in 2026. Big moment, big triumph. Okay. So, see what charms your spiritual entourage are selecting. I'm just letting them filter out because the dish is small. So we'll see which ones they're selecting for your cards. Okay. It's kind of like watching the popcorn bag pop, right? Waiting for that last pop. I learned years ago you wait until there's 3 seconds or more between pops, and that's how you know your bag of popcorn's done and ready. Nothing gets burnt. So that waiting for that next drop was me counting down those 3 seconds to see if there was another pop to come. Oh, they threw that one away. Interesting. Okay, so just the 2, that's fine. They toss that one right out of the dish. So you have my little courier scooter, so that's news. And then we have the Jack in the Box, so unexpected, maybe unexpected news. This is also whimsy and playfulness. Child as well, youth with that. So maybe you're expecting or not expecting sort of growth of the family unit. Or to hear about news of a birth. Okay. And then we'll get your card. So again, this is 2025 in review. Checking in with Aries. So we'll connect in, see where you're at, which is end of the year. So that's why we're kind of looking back a little bit. looking at a bit of a summary here. What you got up to. Okay. No, they want me to move this angel. Sorry. And then get this card out. They're making me, I'm going to scoot it down here, but they're making me look at the 5 side of a die, a dice, a die. So those are the 5 dots on the side of the square of the die. I don't know why, 5. Maybe the number 5 means something to you in 2025. Could be a 5-year milestone that you hit in your career, maybe. You know, maybe you are at your 5-year tenure, 5-year mark in 2025, or you hit a 5-year milestone. Maybe you graduated and got your master's. I think that's at least 5 years. First 3 plus 2 more, or 4 plus 1 more. Or like I said, the number 5 is meaningful to you, Aries. Okay. We'll see where they want to put your scooter and your little jack-in-the-box here. Your surprise, your serendipitous moment. I feel like it's here, actually. I'm going to put it down because it's not falling off my finger, though. So I don't know if they're playing with me, your entourage, because it's the jack-in-the-box, right? You crank and you don't know when it's going to pop. And I just kept holding it, waiting for it to happen. And then it didn't. Okay. So scooter, the top left here, and then we've got our jack-in-the-box this way, the bottom. Okay, I'll just take the timestamp for our friends that join us for the message, and then we'll get into it here. I'm going to start with the news here, the scooter. I need a starting point. And this feels like the right kind of entry. I don't know why. In the intro, I've seen the 5 dots on the side of a die. So again, the square with the 5 dots. And it feels like a Monopoly piece. I know Monopoly has the car. And this is a little scooter, but I picked it up and I wanted to go to the tile, right? When you move forward on a game board. That's 2 game references now for you. So I don't know if 2025 felt like a year of games, which means a lot of fun, a lot of playfulness. We have our jack-in-the-box here, which is whimsy and joy. Or maybe you spent a lot of the year playing games, not necessarily board games, could be video games, could be games with friends, could be, maybe coworkers or friend group. That's just one of the activities you really enjoy, like a trivia night or playing cards when you have a break, when you're waiting for your ride home or whatever. But games feels, that message of games. I don't know why they're talking games. Okay. So the courier here, this is news, incoming news, and it's quite quick. So maybe it's sort of unexpected, sudden news. You're not expecting this package, essentially, with this courier, with this delivery. It comes into you. So this could be an offer that comes into you. So you weren't expecting to be offered a promotion, but it came directly to you. It was quick motion. You signed on the dotted line very quick. It's that kind of change, that kind of news, right? It's newsworthy. This is like finding out you're pregnant, right? That's newsworthy. It's when you get the results, it's sudden, right? You see the test results. So you see your results. It's kind of big news for you in your life. It's not something that happens every day for you. And look at you kind of embracing this news. It definitely feels like you were the one to share it out. So if you got a job promotion, you're the one that announced it to friends and family. My other example was if you got pregnant or was expecting a child, you announced it. Any other kind of milestone, you shared online or with the world that you got your master's degree, right? So there was something big enough that happened to you this in 2025 that maybe it to others. Maybe it was to others, sort of this courier sensation. Because I feel like I'm hearing about your news and being as a recipient, it feels sudden, but like completing a master's degree or getting married, like those are events you'd be aware of. Same with your promotion. Even though it could be a quick process, you're still aware of what's happening. So I feel like you announced big news. It could even be a decision you made with the sword here. They're making me pause here with the sword. It could be a decision you made, like, hey everyone, I'm going to move to this country. I don't know. Sorry, before I put the card down, they pulled me back. They do want me to zoom in here to the eagle. So your animal spirit guides are letting me know, your earth angels here are letting me know that they're the one delivering you this message of the news. There must be bravery attributed or attached to this form of news as well, right? It takes courage to pursue a master's. It takes courage to go to that next milestone in a relationship. It takes courage to embrace a new challenge at work. It takes courage to adventure out into a new territory, a new environment, a new country. So I'll toss in the description below for you your animal spirit meaning of this eagle up here. I'm just going to take that note before I forget. Otherwise, you'll look and it won't be there. Okay. We're going to come down here to this other corner. The star card. So this is your guardian angels, represented there with the little cherub in the dish. This was your guardian angels kind of at work here. So they're looking at your soul plan. They're looking down. They're scrying in the water. So they're looking down at what you're currently doing as it attributes back to your soul plan. So someone who also reads palms, I kind of do the same thing when I look at your left and your right, kind of compare lived experience back against your planned experiences or the lessons you want to learn so you could level up as a soul. And here's your angels like working on divine timing and making sure sort of connections are placed in your path to see if you take it or not. So you may have felt like, wow, the universe is at work. We are heading into our Jack in the Box, and I was talking about sort of serendipitous moments, good fortune, good luck, chance meetings. That's what I'm feeling here with the star. And you are, you've got your little bird companion here as well, this time as a bluebird. And bluebirds mean very good news. Bluebirds are earth angels of good news. So you have your animal spirit, your eagle, handing off to an earth angel, a bluebird, all about big news. And look at him waiting, or her. I don't know, I gave it a male energy, but look at the bluebird waiting for your angels here, your guardian angels, to say, okay, now you go down. Now you go down and nudge them. Now you go down and put the green flag kind of in their way. See if they grab it in their soul plan, right? So some divine energy was around you this past year as it relates to this big achievement you made, helping to align, right? Right place, right time, right person, and you clearly took it. You had the courage. So your archangels, your guardian angels, and your animal spirit guides worked together in beautiful unison here, looking at your soul plan. So really all of them on this card, even your soul here, to kind of divinely be masterful in supporting you, right, in your journey here, because you were displaying the right amount of courage. Your heart, your mind, your energy were all in it. So they delivered for you. That's called karmic reward for efforts put in. Go to the top corner here. Okay. I feel like here you found your group. I feel like you're walking in and you're like, ugh, these are my people. If I go back to games, I'll just go back to video games with the sort of the online world of it now. Like this could be you stumbling into a game and a group of people, developing a friend circle within the game, and you're like, yeah, these are my people. Like these are like-minded. They share they have the same energy, the same humor, the same curiosities or interests. Just the energy feels right, and you found it here. This could also be like in-laws, and you're just like, wow, I'm really connecting so seamlessly with this fresh new group of people, my new extended family, but it feels right. Like I just feel at home. I connect, This is a new friend circle, a new team at work, or a new work environment completely, but you found home. So in 2025, I feel like you kind of found your place, found your group, and you're also quite influential in this group. There's equal parts kind of listening and engaging with you, participating with you, and listening to you. Like you're not just kind of like that third wheel energy. You're not just in part of the group, like you're part of the space. Like there's a lot of back and forth here with everyone and with you. So really nice equal balance too in the energy of who's speaking when, kind of equal share of energy and time and airspace and attention. It's really kind of nice. I'm glad you found that in 2025. Beautiful. And if you think you haven't found it, just take a moment. Like find a moment to take a moment and look back over the year and your interactions. Like this could be you hanging out, working remotely in a shared space or a coffee shop, and realizing like, oh, the other regulars in that space are kind of my group. Like I'm always laughing. We have good conversations when I'm there for the 4 hours. Like you definitely found a place that gave you this very positive energy. These people are just feeding back to you positivity, and you're feeding to them positivity. It's really nice. Beautiful exchange. Bottom corner, we've got our King of Cups. I wanted to say sitting pretty. I don't know if just because his kind of knee is up, the way he's sitting sideways in his throne here. Though, if we look at actors and whatnot that play in our sort of sci-fi fantasy kind of movies and TV series, there's always kind of one character that has sort of the longer locks, a little more youthful kind of character here. One that everybody can kind of find attraction with. It could be their charm, their wit, right? I wonder if that's what you found. I wonder if you found your sense of self. Like, I'm feeling like, I don't know if you found your identity or you just became really happy with who you are, and you're just like, this is me. Like, you know, when you look in the mirror, you're like, yeah, you know, I like how I look. Like, it's not ego, it's just confidence and pride and self-assuredness, self-acceptance as well. They keep making me look at that triangle in the back of this throne, but I'm reading it as a 7, lucky 7. Yeah, I feel like you kind of are like, this is me. You're presenting yourself here, and you're extremely happy with this version of you. And maybe that's how you presented yourself from day one to this group, and that's why it was just immediate attraction, because they only ever know you and have only ever met you once you hit this energy this past year, Aries. Sorry, just trying to get the camera here to focus, refocus. Okay, so our little Jack-in-the-Box charm. I always see this as sort of that crank, waiting for it to pop up and delight me. It's also very whimsical in design, if it was just sort of a child block. It just has a very youthful, playful design to it. So just joy, happiness always kind of resonates off this charm, but with a little bit of surprise, delight, unexpected, pleasantry, serendipitous moment, a deja vu. So let's see what this is about for 2025. What happened? Okay. Knight of Wands, some kind of departure. When I see this card, when I receive this card, I always see the knight walking away from the volcano there in the back, because he lit his wand with it, right? He braved the terrain. He faced the conflict head on, faced the challenges head on, made it to the top, gathered his light from the volcano, and now he's returning home victorious. Look, I did it. I conquered. I survived. I completed the task. I was completely successful. You know, I completed this trial. So again, I'm coming back to like that promotion, graduation, sort of that next milestone in a relationship or a partnership or a companionship, because your sort of trial test period with them ended, right? You gained their trust. You proved your love for them, your commitment to them. You know, so that again, this karmic reward coming out here with your Knight of Wands. And I think that's what was unexpected. Maybe you kind of shocked yourself. You know, wow, I'm putting in this much effort. You climbed a volcano. You faced a volcano head on, right? Like, that's no small feat. So whatever you did in 2025 was no small feat. You faced it head on. You had the courage and the bravery to do it. You did it. The focus, the drive, the willpower, and the perseverance. And you're paying dividends, because you're coming back walking through a forest of abundance and prosperity. All this lush vegetation welcoming you home. Your horse gilded in gold. So a little shock and awe, either to yourself or maybe your loved ones around you. You know, sometimes, you know, maybe an introverted person does something a little bit more extroverted, and it just, whoa. Or maybe you know, did a 180 in career or something that at first kind of shocked people, but then now they understand why you did it. Oh, we get it. We understand. We see you. So you place the bet on yourself, Aries, and you have come out a champion here. Come out on top. Congratulations. Okay, let's tune into the Archangels and look at 2026. Let's see where this victory is going to be pulling you here. So we are going to start with the top card here. So our sort of main focus for 2026, or at least the message they want to bring forward to you. We have the Four of Cups. For whatever reason, I'm tuning in more to the shadow here at your back. You know, sometimes we get asked that question, like, what would you say to your future self? Sometimes we say it backwards, like, what would you say to your younger self? Right? Sometimes we write a letter to our future self. Sometimes we reflect back and share something to our younger self. I feel this is more the future self. I feel like she's about to, like in her cup here in her hand, this is scrying, but cups are also very emotional. So I feel like you're communicating to your future self. Now that I'm on this path, maybe this is what it is. Now that I'm on this path, right? This is my vision. This is where I'm going. This is who I'm going to be. Like you're spilling it into this cup here. You're saying it all into your cup. And cups are scrying. It's an oracle. So you are actually saying your destiny. You are establishing and creating your destiny. And look at your future self at your back here listening to you. Your little shadow going, okay, that's who we're going to be. That's what we're going to do. I'm all for it. Look at the archangels glowing their angelic yellow hue down on you, the golden hue of angels. No wonder they were playing music. They like that you are determined. No, they like that you are describing with such clarity. You are so detailed at exactly who you are about to be, who you're going to be. This is what 2026 is going to hold for me. This is everything I'm going to do this year. And then the next, and then the next. Like, you are very future goal oriented, and the archangels here are in alignment with you. And your future self is listening. So what vision for yourself, what world, what life are you creating and already thinking of here with very vivid detail? 2026, so springtime. What are you doing in spring? Eight of Swords. You are wishing upon the, well, you're not wishing. Let's be clear. The bird, the blue bird here just kind of gave me the side eye. So I've always had pets. And if you have ever experienced pets or even animals in the wild, they can give you some really good side eye. So this blue bird just gave me side eye, like, no, be clear. I'm not wishing upon the moon. I'm telling the moon what's going to happen here. So you're going to be getting very detail oriented in the spring here. Look at you putting your stakes down. Look at you planning. Look at all these milestones. Look at all these tasks, your to-do list. I'm going to do this. I'm going to complete this. I'm going to be successful at this. So spring for me, where I am in my global hemisphere, March, April, May. Putting plans to paper, putting thoughts, I feel like jotting thoughts down, just the way that the swords look like pens to me. I think you're just putting, your thoughts, your plans to paper, recording them somehow. It could be voice notes, computer notes, whatever it is. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you take pictures with your phone to remind yourself, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to read this next, right? But that's what you're doing. That's how you're spending those kind of spring months as we wait for spring to kind of thaw from the winter and start to bloom for summer. Kind of that fresh air, that beautiful fresh air you feel in the spring. Okay, heading into summer, we've got the 10 of Cups, so it's not going to take you long. Look at you getting some fast success here, some grand fast success. For me, the 10 of Cups is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But look at the bunny, the main hare here, telling everyone, right? Telling his two rabbits. He's already sent ships out with the news. He's got another boat waiting. The little rabbits are going to jump into that one and head out with the news. So you're kind of putting others to task. You're getting things done. If I was going to say this is a career move, it's a career where you're directing. So project managers, or just managers, bosses in general. But sort of you're well suited for sort of this educational, motivational, inspirational kind of person, right? This kind of leadership energy. You're kind of cascading, here's how to do it, here's the skills, here's why we do it, now off you go and do it, right? And spread the word, share with others. So you have that beautiful energy of, I'm going to share this, right? You're not keeping it all to yourself. You're very much giving. Your 10 of cups, right? In the field, grab a cup on your way out kind of thing. So by summer, you're kind of sought after because of what you offer, the value that you offer, the insight, like I was saying, the skills, the know-how, the wisdom, the advice. That's what I'm kind of feeling from you, the guidance, the leadership, the support. Go to fall. Oh, sorry. So this is June, July, August for me. March, April, May, June, July, August. So we're coming to the fall, which kind of is still August for me. October, November. With the Two of Swords. Looks like that you might be asked to make a bit of a leap of faith here. Right? The fox is kind of purposely going forward intuitively, coming in between the two swords here. So this is making the decision. So this is the fox is following its intuition, following your gut. So it looks like in the fall period here, there's going to be a pretty big decision for you to make because it's another route in your soul path. So are you going to walk on this route? Are you going to continue down the route you're currently on? Are you going to double back, right? So the fall. And I like that the fox's eyes are covered. So again, the fox is using its intuition because the fox represents ingenuity, like using your brain, so putting logical thought, analytical thought, deep thought and consideration into something, but you're not. The fox is following its intuition. So it's silencing the brain and listening to its heart and its gut feeling, its gut instinct when it comes to this big decision in the fall. And then winter. So pending the decision you make, heading into tail end of November, December, and then into the new year, 2027, so Jan, Feb. We have the Seven of Cups. Now here's those visions. So you have some are formed, some aren't quite formed, like those detailed plans you were putting together. This is very dreamy. These are all of this is what I want to accomplish. These are my interests. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to experience. Right? And look at you sitting in it. Look at you looking at it all. This almost feels like the now what, right? You accomplish, by summer, you have made such a huge accomplishment, right? You said, I'm going to be this. You put your steps in order. You executed your steps by summer. So by fall, you have this big decision. Now what? And in the winter, endless possibilities. Seven of Cups. What are you going to choose? So the Archangels aren't even aware yet. That's the kind of opportunity that you're leaving for yourself. The kind of door you're leaving open for yourself here at the end of 2026. So this time next year, you're going to be in a position of, what am I dreaming now? What dream am I going to make come true in 2027? A really healthy space. Look at all the green as well. So that's wealth, abundance, prosperity. So you're going to be in a very good personal, financial, emotional, physical state and place to be able to have this freedom of, where am I going to go now? Where am I going to take my career now? Where am I going to take my family now? How am I going to change my lifestyle now? Where do I want to go in the world now? Like, you have all of that here. But you got to follow your instinct, right? Are you going to trust your gut? Kind of pull back, rein in the power of your brain, right? That's your value to others, but listening to your heart, listening to your gut instinct is the value to you. I should have stopped waving my hands so the camera stayed in focus. Oh gosh, sorry about that. Okay, so I did want to do something a little special for all of you because I didn't read all month. So I've also asked your loved ones to come in. So this is anybody or pet that you have lost. Will cross over and their energy will connect in. Similar to the random home decor, your loved ones chose my owls. These are salt and pepper shakers that aren't filled. I just like the design of them. So they took those off my little shelf. So your loved ones are coming in as this beautiful owl pairing. And we're just going to do 3 cards. And I'm asking them about 2026. What's something they can kind of give you a sneak peek to that's not going to ruin that experience when you have it. So let's see what your sneak peek is. So here comes the message from your loved one. Now that cards don't usually turn sideways on me, so maybe your loved ones are either having a little bit of fun with you or they're alluding to a moment in 2026 where it might feel like it's coming out of nowhere. The saying's like coming out of left field. That might, I don't want to say it will knock you sideways, it will just make you kind of turn your head. Maybe something or someone kind of makes you turn your head. Maybe they're alluding to, if you're a single, maybe they're alluding to someone catching your attention. If you're someone looking for a job or a sign, some kind of confirmation, validation you want in 2026, your head will turn. You will catch that sign. Okay. I'm just connecting with your loved ones here. See which card they want to start with. I want to go right side. So what's your sneak peek? What do they want to talk to you about? So they're raining love down on you. This card is all about these golden quills coming down. Feathers from heaven, we like to call them. So they're encircling you, surrounding you, supporting you as you follow your intuition here. Look at this deep blue purple. I just came from Taurus reading. They had a similar message about loving support from the other side when they follow their gut, when they trust their gut, trust their intuition, and take that action, make that decision, make that change. And you're getting the same message here. So this might be tied to this moment, might not be. We have so many moments throughout a year where we need to make a decision, but there's this emphasis on continuing to trust your gut. Maybe that's the big success you had here, right? In 2025. So let's continue it, because then you're going to continue to get divine karmic rewards, all these golden arrows coming down, opportunities, new connections, new beginnings, getting just what you need right when you need it most, right? So you're not struggling. Okay, I don't know why we're reading backwards here. Kind of feels like we're reading backwards, no? Okay, Page of Cups in the middle. Here's again celebration. Even your loved ones are celebrating, like the Archangels over here. There's the trumpeting noise. Look at the good luck, good favor raining down on you, the golden umbrella. I feel like your loved ones are trying to say that 2026 is maybe going to feel like a fast year to you because it's going to be so easy. There's a saying that you kind of just breeze through the year, and I feel like you're going to do that. You know, you're going to be swept off your feet. I kind of feel like the air is picking you up with that umbrella, kind of a la Mary Poppins. You know, you're going to kind of float away with your umbrella. You've got the Archangels and your loved ones from the other side celebrating you here, blowing the golden trumpet. So I just feel like 2026 is going to feel so easy to you if you follow your intuition, if you trust your gut, if you continue to trust your gut. Look how easy life becomes when you trust your instinct. Follow what we taught you, right? Our moral compass. Okay. Well, I'll talk about moral compass. Look at you, tuning into your heart, finding that peace within. Here's your fox, your very beautiful orange tendrils falling here. So your fox creative energy from your crown here, your mind, the power of your brain for you guys, Aries. So you must be very good at what you do. So if you're a very analytical person, you're very good at it. If you're a logical person, or a scientific person, you're really good at it. If you're a creative person, you have like a gifted talent of singing, writing, drawing, whatever it is. So the power of your mental space here. And look at you starting to connect it and tune it in with your heart and finding that peace, your ability to attract, right? You're kind of weaving your luck. So you're breezing through the year, being the master of your own luck. Your loved ones can see it. They support you. They love it. They love that you're tuning into self, right? When I listen to myself, when I stay true to myself, when I make a decision, look how luck just pours down on me throughout my sort of daily life, within my world, right? Kind of surrounds you. So, have an easy breezy 2026. You're going to be looking at your dream, and there's so much golden, angelic, and loving kind of magic swirling around you, but it's all connected to you listening to what your heart is saying to you. What is your heart saying to you? Follow your heart. Let your heart guide you this new year, and you'll be successful. So we'll check in January. I'll be back to my regular rhythm with videos, and we'll see how this luck is going to transpire throughout 2026.